world's best. You know, it's a simple concept. If you want to be the world's best, simply be number one. Beat every competitor you have. In fact, if you crush the competition, if you annihilate them, if you tear out their hearts, their lungs, their throats, you're guaranteed to be number one. At least that's how I thought the world's best operated. It all changed for me in 2008, and we'll go back in a little time machine, if you will, go back with me, to the Summer Olympics. It was in Beijing. I'm at home, sitting on my couch with my youngest son. He's 6 years old. And Michael Phelps is about to walk to the platform to compete in his 7th race. If he wins this race, he'll win 7 gold medals in 7 consecutive days to tie Mark Spitz. He wins the next day. He's the best gold medal Olympian of all time in one single Olympics. I cannot wait to watch this race because I want to teach my 6-year-old son what the world's best is like. Michael Phelps walks in and he comes to the platform. He doesn't even get the decency to look at his competition. He looks straight forward, just the goggles. The buzzer sounds, and he dives in. As the swimmers emerge out of the water, Phelps is toward the back of the pack. But that's how Phelps rolls. And the water behind the swimmers is just churning like a washing machine, and in front of them it's like glass. And they're doing the 100-meter butterfly, which is only one side of the pool and back. They get to the turn, and this is where Michael Phelps turns it up. He hits the wall and pushes off with so much force. When he comes out, now he's in 4th place with 25 meters to go. 20 meters to go, 3rd place. 10 meters to go, 2nd place. 5 meters to go, he's closing in on 1st. 3 meters, closer. 2 meters, closer. 1 meter to go, the lead swimmer reaches out to touch the wall. The world's best, Michael Phelps, leaps out and slaps the wall. And I'm sitting there looking at the monitors. Who won? Who won? And that millisecond that the sensors have to report it feels like hours. And then it pops. Michael Phelps won. 1/100th of a second. And I leap out of the couch. Jake, that's the world's best. You just saw the world's best. Jake looks at me and he goes, but Daddy, Michael Phelps isn't the world's best. And I'm like, what? And he says, the world's best is Jimmy Michalowicz. And I look at him, I go, who's Jimmy Michalowicz? And he goes, Daddy, Jimmy Michalowicz is the boy from kindergarten. He's the only kid in school who can swim across the entire mountain lake. And I look at him, I go, Jake, if Michael Phelps came to Mountain Lake, he would kick Mickledork's ass. Don't say that to a 6-year-old, by the way. And Jake looks at me and says, but Daddy, Michael Phelps has never been to Mountain Lake. It is amazing when I just listen what I can learn. Because my 6-year-old son taught me what the world's best is. It isn't one. There are countless worlds. It can be the world of an Olympic pool or an Olympic-sized lake. It could be your family, your friends, your community, your town, or collectively a combination of them. And there's countless bests. It could be the fastest, or the one that swims the farthest, or jumps from the highest, or can dive the deepest, or splash the craziest, or just does something that's the mostest. And when you multiply countless worlds times countless bests, infinite possibilities. But I'm a little bit of a skeptic. I didn't want to believe that there's really infinite world's bests, so I decided to do a little research. I decided to research out industry, and I decided to pick an industry that's so established that there could be no more world's bests. And you know the industry I picked? It was the shoe industry. Because the shoe has been around since the invention of the first foot. It's been around forever. There can't be any more. But there is. Because UGG comes out with a boot. That is the warmest boot for the world of Australian surfers. Okay, but there can be no more world's bests, I thought. But then Red Wing comes out with the toughest shoe for the world of physical labor. And Vibram comes out with this weirdest shoe, the 5-finger shoe, for the world of natural runners. And Croc, we all know what Croc came out with, the ugliest shoe for the world of boaters. In the shoe industry, world bests keep coming out again and again. And for us, as individuals, it happens over and over again. It's the mom who drives her daughter to school an hour and a half in the morning and an hour and a half back that evening because it's the best school for her daughter's unique needs. She's the world's best. It's the team leader who serves his team and removes all the distractions so the team can do what they're best at. He's the world's best. It's a high school music teacher in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, named Dr. Chuck Sandquist, who gives a coupon to every graduating music student for homemade chocolate chip cookies, so that when they're at their new college and they're a little homesick, they can redeem a coupon for some taste of home. Dr. Chuck Sandquist is the world's best. Now, how about you? What's your route to stand out? Well, first you have to pick your best. It's not going to be easy, but the solution or the step to finding it is very simple. It's your authentic self. If you are truly authentic, if you don't listen to the rules and the guidelines of society, if you don't listen to what your friends and peers tell you, your parents told you what you have to do, if you truly listen to the rule of your soul, that's where your best is. And the world you're meant to serve, that's just as easy. Because there's one person who will always be in your world, 24/7, and it's you. So therefore, if you serve into your authentic self, you'll be serving the right world, and others will be attracted to it. When Jake, my 6-year-old, taught me this lesson, I decided it was no longer appropriate to tear out lungs and rip out throats and carve out hearts. I started to breathe deeper instead of tearing out lungs. Instead of ripping out throats, I decided to start talking a little softer. And instead of carving out hearts, I truly try to wear my heart on my sleeve. The question isn't if you are the world's best. That is a given. You are the world's best. The question is, are you ready and willing to live into your best? Are you ready and willing to serve the world you're meant to serve? Are you ready to live into your infinite potential? Thank you. Thank you.